What is up, you guys? We are here in Vegas and we are staying at the Sahara. Now the Sahara is located on the north side of the strip. You can see Fontainebleau in the background there. And if you come all the way around from Sahara, another casino that is pretty close and farther north is the Strat, which is just a few blocks away. Now right across the street from Sahara is a Walgreens. And you know I love my CVS and Walgreens. It's the best place to get your water and beverages if you want to save a few bucks instead of getting them inside the hotel. Now I have never been to Bonanza's gift shop, which is supposedly the world's largest gift shop here in Vegas, or general store. I should say world's, maybe the largest, well no. The sign right there says world's largest gift shop. So if you're on this side and you want some souvenirs or some shirts or something, here's a place you can get it. Now, if you were trying to be center strip, this is probably not the property for you. Like I said earlier, Fontainebleau, the Strat are the closest. Right across the street from Fontainebleau is Circus. So it's not ideal if you're trying to be right center action like over by Caesar's Palace. But I do have to say that the entryway or the entry valet drop-off and the strip access to the resort is very beautiful. Walking in from the strip, you're going to go right into the casino area here. You're going to have this beautiful chandelier and flowers here. And let's just show you around the casino first. And before we can even attempt to walk around the casino, you have to get your rewards cards, and the Infinity Rewards is right by the entrance strip side to the casino. Once you have your rewards card, it's time to gamble. And they have a ton of slot machines here for you. I've been looking around so far and I'm seeing a huge variety of slot machines. I'm assuming they have close to 1,000 slot machines here. I don't know the official number, but right off of the slot machines, you also have your table games where you're gonna have craps, blackjack, 3-card poker, and roulette. William Hill runs the sports book over here. And you can see they have all the games loaded up on the screen right outside. Let's go inside and see what it looks like. And then right here inside, you have your place where you can place your bets, and it's inside Chicky Pete's, which is a great restaurant from, I believe, the East Coast. They have a nice bar in here also. So really, if you want to watch the game, you just go grab a seat over at Chicky Pete's, and there's a lot of screens in there for you to watch the game. They do have digital roulette and craps and bubble craps, which I do enjoy playing. They also have a kind of a small high-limit slot area, and right next to it is the high-limit table game area. If poker is your jam, they do have a small little poker room. It's not very large, but it looks like they always have room for some more players. There are a few food options here, and we're going to start with the top-of-the-line food option, which is Bizarre Meats by Jose Andres, where I hear it is super delicious, but I just don't have that kind of money. Next to Bizarre Meats is Bella, which is an Italian restaurant, which will be serving you all your favorite Italian delights. And right next to Bella is the Noodle Bar, or Noodle Den, I should say, where they will make noodles fresh for you right in front of your eyes. They even have seats right up against the glass where they make the noodles. Now this doesn't open up until 5 p.m. and stays open till 11 Sunday through Thursday, and Friday, Saturday till 12 or midnight. Like I said earlier, they do have Chickies and Pete's, which is a crab house and sports bar. I hear they have great crab fries and some good burgers, and definitely you gotta check out their wings. There are some great lounges here at Sahara, and the Kasbar Lounge is one of them. You can play video poker right at the bar there, but it just seems like a great environment. I love the artwork and the statues here. As you get towards the back of the property, they have Zephyr's Cafe, which looks like a breakfast and lunch place. And then Uno Mas Street Tacos and Spirits. I might be trying that for dinner tonight, because that one looks like it could be delicious. Once you come out of the casino and you're coming back towards the hotel reservation area, or lobby I should say, you have all these classic pictures of, look at that, very awesome pictures from the olden days. It's showing you the history of the Sahara. They even got the king himself. Come even farther, they have Prendi and a Starbucks, which looks like it has a lot of breakfast and little food options, some tables to be able to sit at. And we even have a monorail access right over there. The monorail access is just right off of the hotel lobby and right next to the Alexandra Tower. There are 3 towers here at Sahara. There is another lounge right here at the Alexandria Tower, and they have some pretty killer looking seating, like socializing here with some big bench seating and some tables for you to relax, especially if you're here early like I am and waiting for your room. The Tangier is another bar, a lounge area here by the hotel lounge, or hotel check-in area, I should say. And this place looks pretty nicely done here. I love the couches and the sofas, and definitely this menu looks awesome. And if you don't want to go all the way over to Walgreens, they do have an ETC store here where you can get your drinks and souvenirs and snacks for your room. The hotel lobby looks very empty because we're a little early for checkout. But right across is the Mara Tower. The last tower that they have here is the Blanca Tower, and the elevators are just right off the main walkway here, right by self-parking. You'll come through and work through this maze of pillars. And there you go, there's the Blanca Tower. Now, Azillo, the pool, looks like it is closed right now for a private event. I'm gonna see if I can get you a view from one of the upper floors and see if we can take a look at this pool. Okay, I told you I was gonna try to get you a shot of the pool, and here it is. Not a very large pool, a nice little area. They are doing a private event tonight, so I cannot get in there like I said, but I'm on the parking structure. This is what we see. And right across the street from the Sahara is the festival grounds, the Las Vegas Festival grounds, where they'll have concerts and different venues. It's a huge space right there. So if you are attending an event there, this is a great place to stay. Like I said, here's another view of, there's an empty parking lot, which I bet they're gonna build a nice hotel there sooner or later. Then you have the Fontainebleau, Circus, and then right off in the distance you can see Resorts World. We have finally made it to the part that I like to do the most, which is the room tour. This room is in the Mara Tower, which I originally booked the Blanca Tower, and then after I booked it, I realized the Mara Tower is the better tower because they have bigger rooms, and it was the same price. So I went down to check into the room, but not to check into the room. I went down just to talk to them, not down. I went to talk to the agents at the front desk and just say, can I move over to the Mara Tower? Blah, blah, blah. It's the same price, da, da, da. And of course they said yes. They were like, no problem, no worries. And I was like, cool. And the cool part was that, it says online check-in's at 4. She goes, you know what? I'll assign the room to you, then you could check in at 3. And it was like 2:30 because I wasn't planning on checking in. I was just checking to see if I can get this room. And guess what? She said, you know what? I'll just check you in right now. I'm not going to make you go down there and wait a half hour. I'm just going to check you in. So thank you very much, Sahara. And I wish I think it was Abigail was her name. But thank you so much. You're just awesome. You made my day by that. Now let's take you around the room. I always like to start from the entrance and walk you in there. So I'm going to walk past a few things first just to show you how this room is laid out, which is very unique. I have not seen a bed up against the window like this before. And I do have the window shade closed because I'm just going to show you right now. I want to show, it's like of a festival where there's a bunch of people and it's just kind of weird that it's down because I feel like everyone's staring at me. So I'm going to open it up in a little bit, but I will have to close it for when I go to bed because I don't want the sunlight in the morning to bug me. We're going to head back though over to the front door here and show you what you first get. Now you get a very small little closet, and I don't need anything more. It has an ironing board, has an iron, my jacket's hanging up, a luggage rack here at the bottom. So a nice little closet area. And then right next to that closet area, you have this big open cabinet right here. And let's go through everything that's on this cabinet. Look at this. They give you 2 free complimentary water bottles with your stay. You got your ice bucket right there. I love the touch with the water bottles. But the best part is this refrigerator right here. Not a mini bar, but yes, a refrigerator. And you have some racks for your beverages or your leftover foods you can put in there. I love that I have a refrigerator, so I am going to be going over to Walgreens, which I showed you earlier is down the street. And then you have this big open space cabinet here, maybe for if you have a makeup bag or a backpack or something. But look down here, all the way down here, you got this safe. And I did test it earlier and it does work. So that was great. Oops, I didn't think that was gonna slam like that, but it did. And then right across from that refrigerator, you have this full length mirror here. Now this is actually your door. It is a barn style door and I don't really like those. But the reason this one's okay is because behind that barn is, guess what? Nothing. So I'm not trying to go into the closet while the wife's trying to come out of the restroom and hit me with the door. That's not gonna happen here. We're just gonna open that bad boy up and it takes you right into the restroom. Now for the restroom, I'm gonna turn on the light and there is a fan noise that comes with that. So sorry if you hear that on the microphone, you probably do. But you have this beautiful big walk-in shower right here, which I love. A weird placement for the throne. If someone accidentally opens the door on you, you are front and center. But I do like the black wall art here with the little hand and the clock. I thought that was a neat touch. And then you also have this mirror, which has this bigger mirror, hello, and then this smaller round mirror, just I guess for design purposes, and a lit shelf, which helps illuminate. I think I use that, like if I turn off the main light, that could be a nice little night light for the restroom. And then you do have a very not deep sink here. So sometimes these things look cool and then sometimes you're like, I wish our sink was deeper, but it's not too shabby. Down below you have your toiletries, which seem a little bit away from the toilet. Let's test this out and see, like, okay, here we go. I mean, I guess I'm good to reach. It's not too far, it's out of the way. I was worried that it would be like stretching all over the place to try to get to the toilet paper here. I'm here by myself flying solo tonight, so I think this restroom will do just fine. I think even if Becky was here, she would be okay with it too. They do provide you with some soap bars here by Bodyography and some body lotion and a little makeup towel right here, which I thought was cool. You also get a little soap bar down here. And if we come over here to the restroom, you will also get your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Coming out of the restroom, we're gonna go into this crazy room here. Now this room has mirrors on both sides. You have a mirror on the left and a mirror on the right. And you even have a mirror behind your TV. So between the wall mirror here, the mirror there, I mean, you have 4 full-size mirrors in this room. But you know what I like doing most when I'm in this room, when you have mirrors like this, is just, I like to sit here and have this weird looking picture right there. I don't know if you can get that on the camera, but it's super bizarre. I'm gonna set the camera down and see if I can, ooh. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna have some fun tonight. Let's go ahead and open up the blinds here to give us a little more light in the room. All right, that has brightened things up a little bit here. Now let's look at this right here real quick and see that we have this bed in this unique position against the wall with this cool little couch at the end. You know me, I love either a little couch or a little bench at the end of the bed. I think it's a great place to be able to put your shoes on and not disturb the person that's on the bed, because sometimes there's just not enough chairs in the room and there's only one little tiny baby chair right there at this desk. Now I did get the king size room, which I don't know how they put 2 queen size beds in this room. I don't know if they'd have to use the walls, but I did get the king size. They do give you 4 pillows, you guys. I love it when they give you 4 pillows, especially if you're here with somebody. So that way everyone gets 2 pillows, because 1 is usually just not enough. Like I said, I do love this bench right here, but look at on the other side of this bench. There is this cool little silver log table right here for you to enjoy your cocktail if you're watching the TV, which is right on the other side there. The bed does have 2 nightstands, 2 lamps. So if one person wants to turn off their lamp and the other wants to stay up a little bit later, that's fine. You have an alarm clock. And I can't get over this. Woo, this mirror is weird. You know those like infinity mirrors, it's just tripping me out. You do have this little desk right here with a trash can next to it for your work area. I thought the desk was crooked. I was like looking at here and I'm like, the desk is crooked, but it doesn't move. So I guess it's by design. I'm just not hip and cool like that, I guess. There are outlets right there and a USB charging port. I don't like to use the port. I'll just plug into the outlet. But also on each nightstand, there are US plugs. There is a plug there. Okay, I thought there wasn't a plug there for a second. I was a little worried, but there is a plug there. This room, I believe, is 365 square feet, which is not the largest room here in Vegas, but it'll suit the needs. It'll do what I need it to do. Final thoughts on the Sahara. So I like this resort. There's some things that it's lacking for sure, but let's go over everything. First of all, the location is not the greatest location if you're looking to go to multiple casinos and looking to do lots of stuff. Now, if you're going to a convention at the convention center, you're 1 monorail stop away. You could probably even walk there. You could walk to the West Gate for sure on the backside. I'd probably say take the monorail. But if you're going on the Strip, you can walk to the Strat. Don't recommend it at night, not very safe. Or you could walk over to Fontainebleau, which was fine. I walked over there last night and went to Circus. I wanted to check out the new Slots of Fun. Not the new, but they added lots of games and put their coin slots and stuff inside the Slots of Fun, so I checked that out. It was a little bit longer of a walk, as it always is on the Strip. It's always a little bit of a longer of walk than you think it's going to be, but it wasn't bad. But that's about it. That's about where you can go if you're not taking transportation. You can take the monorail, obviously, to the backside of the Strip all the way down to MGM. You can take an Uber or a taxi anywhere you want, but beyond that, it's a good resort if you're going to be staying in the resort. Now, it's a little bit smaller in size. The casino floor seemed a little bit smaller, but it wasn't bad at all. I found plenty of games to play. Played some blackjack, played some slots. The payouts were actually pretty good on the slots. I didn't really lose money, so that was kind of nice. Next, let's talk about the restaurant options and the food options. That I was a little disappointed in. Now, they do have some great food options. They have Bazaar Meats, and then they have Chickies and Pete's, which is good. I had Uno Tacos, I think that's what it's called, and it was, you know what, I got the fish tacos because I know the birria tacos aren't gonna live up to what I want them to be, so I got the fish tacos, and the stuff they put on the fish tacos was great, but the fish itself, the batter, it seemed like it was stale, I guess you could say, like it wasn't freshly fried. And so that was kind of a disappointment for me, especially when you're doing $7 tacos. The other thing with the food is that there's no really counter service place at night that you can just go get some cheap eats. There's no I always like a good slice of pizza before I go to bed when I'm at one of these places, and there's nothing like that. All the little food places, like they have a breakfast and lunch, they have a muffin and coffee, and they have a Starbucks type place. Those all close early. So you really don't have a lot of late night options besides the restaurants, besides the Italian place, the noodle place, and Chickies and Pete's, which if you don't want to spend a lot of money, I'm not saying they're a lot of money, but they're not cheap eats. And I always look for a place that has a variety where you have some high end, you have some middle of the road, and then you have some cheap eats. And there really wasn't any cheap eats. You know, even like the taco place, you can order it on your phone and pick it up. It's $7 a taco. So 2 tacos is $14, and a beer was like $23. So it's not cheap eats. The room, all in for this room was $94.46. That means I paid $35.36 for the room. They do have a kind of a high resort fee for being north end of the Strip. It was $47.95. I mean, Bellagio's $50. It's only a few bucks cheaper than that, and it's kind of expensive, I think. Especially, you know, you're not getting a lot for a lot of bang for your buck. The pools are kind of small. They were closed while I was here, but they're just, you know, I haven't even checked out the fitness center yet, so I'm gonna go check that out. It just seemed like it was a little high. Now the room rate was great. I mean, anything under $100 on the Strip, this is a Thursday night that I'm staying here, is good. Like I said earlier in the video, I originally booked the Blanca Tower and just moved over to the Mara Tower because it was the same price online and it's a little bit of a bigger room. It is freshened up. It's not a completely new remodel like the Blanca Tower, but the room is a little bit larger, and I can't imagine the room being much smaller than this. This room is not very large at 365 square feet, I believe it is. They said it's a king-size bed. I'm 6 feet tall, and I can lay across this bed, so this bed looks like a queen size to me. So I'm thinking they're sneaking a queen size bed in what they call a king size room, which kind of disappointing. I was going to go down and say something, but I was just like, you know what? It's not a big deal. I'm probably not going to stay here again anyway. I mean, I would if I had friends who were staying here or something, but as far as location and everything, just not for me. But the room was clean. The room was nice. It has mirrors up the yin-yang. I mean, oh my God, I can't believe how many mirrors there are. The only problem with this room is the lighting is very dim. Now, the mirrors have lights around them. The restroom lighting, though, there's just this little tiny light in the restroom, and it's just very dim and dark in the restroom. I like my restrooms to be more bright or have the option with multiple lights where you can turn off one light to make it dimmer if you want, or you can have all the lights on, have it nice and bright. I like a nice bright restroom that screams, I'm clean, you know, where if you have a dimly lit restroom, what are you hiding? And I'm not saying they're hiding anything here, but that's just how my mind works. I love that they have an in-room refrigerator, which is great. The TV is huge. I think it's a 55-inch Samsung, which is nice. The bed positioning is a little bit weird, but it does work out when you're watching the TV perfectly. The AC, very loud, and this room for some reason has a lot of creaking and cracking going on throughout the evening, and you hear a lot of road noise from the window. So the windows, I'm assuming, are just older and not as good at soundproofing the room as some of the newer hotels are. Overall, the value was great. It's a great value. It just depends on what your needs are. Usually a place like this does not suit my needs because I like to venture out a little bit. I like to gamble in the casino I'm staying at, but I also like to venture out, and I would have loved to have been able to walk and get some cheap eats. There is a McDonald's a block and a half, around the corner, but like I said, it was a little sketch during the daytime, and at night I would definitely probably not walk there. A lot of sketch going on there. Tell me, have you stayed at the new Sahara, which used to be SLS, which used to be Sahara? Have you stayed here? Do you like it? What do you think? Give me your thoughts. Would you stay here in the future? Subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you next time.